Welcome to Empress A Tarot. I hope you guys are well. We're going to be doing an all sign reading, a couple or maybe three. One love, one general, and we'll see what comes out. Now, I've only, I don't know if you can see, let me just help you see that. I'm only going to be using 3 cards today. I'm pretty exhausted during the weekend, so I'm just going to do the bare minimum. Excuse me, I'm having my tea. But I'll be doing your elemental signs this week, and we're gonna start off with doing all the July readings. Hopefully, sometime this week as well. And I believe we're gonna be starting our personal readings August 1st. So if you'd like to book that, let's get that out of the way. And I think we might even do it the 3rd week or the I guess silent or mute, or not have other people see your questions, because maybe some of you are embarrassed, or you don't want everyone to know, and you've been sending me a lot of emails. I think that in the comments section, just know that we're like a family here. No one's gonna say anything rude, and if they do, don't worry, we will act accordingly. But yeah, no, I don't mind getting emails about your questions and that too, so that's okay. Read back and kind of know that you need to disconnect and be with one another and be alone and not have, people in your ear like telling you this and that and the other. Now, there's also children that play a factor in this as well. If you are both separated and you're co-parenting, excuse my television, it just went into full commercial mode. If that's the case, then you guys have to know that you need to find balance in that. It also could be maybe you're taking care of your siblings' children or your friends' children, and it's become a burden and a strenuous thing on your relationship. So, kind of balance that portion out where you're not taking on more than you should, just for the sake of helping someone that could possibly help themselves or ask somebody else, and not and possibly you both have demons that you have to sort out, and maybe you will be able to sort them out together and work on those things together. I mean, why not? That'd be a beautiful thing, where maybe you need to heal wounds from your past, demons or things that you've done that you're not too proud of. Open up to each other and stay optimistic about this whole situation, because it's going to lead you to the most powerful union, and you're going to be the happiest people ever, that you'll be able to have people emulate in your example, because they want that. People want to see that live in person. Yes, you know what? Sometimes you'll see like an old couple if you're traveling, and they're holding hands and they're like 100 years old, and it's so cute but then when you speak to them, you'll hear their story and you're like, are you serious? Like, there was this one couple, I'm not going to say who in case they are watching. They were like 89, and I think the woman was like 89. Sorry, the woman was 89 and the guy was like 84. So back then it was like, okay, we can't be together because I'm too old for you. Or maybe the guy was like, I think he was like 20 and she was like 26, and she was still trying to get her career going, or whatever she was doing at the time. And it was so cute because what is it called? They were married, they were divorced. She broke her own heart, you guys. And when I say the reason she broke her own heart was because she made the choice for the both of them. She didn't even ask him, hey, do you want to stay together? She already knew what he wanted, because he tried to fight for it. And I remember her saying that on her birthday, which was 2 months after she had broken everything off, she realized how much he actually loved her, because he called her on her birthday and sent her a message. And it just made her start crying like crazy, because she was like, oh my gosh, like who remembers that? And she realized that she messed it up, the true love factor, because how could you possibly fall in love with someone so quickly? you know. So but I think it was also because they were in a union, like the way they got together, they were, I think the first night they met, it was through friends, or maybe I think she knew his sister or something, and that's how he ended up coming to the bar or whatever. And then they have a conversation for like 5 hours waiting for everyone to sober up, or a couple hours. And then he asked her to go to dinner, and then he was just like, he was the first person to treat her like a lady. And he was the example of what she was looking for. And I think she even punished herself and turned in and went into bad relationships after, because I think 2 years after they parted as well, even after the whole birthday thing, she ended up like telling him how much she loved him. And he said that he didn't feel the same way. And it was so heartbreaking, because it's like, oh my effing God, like, did you actually break your heart, or did you know intuitively that he was going to break your heart? Because he was coming out of a relationship, and so was she. So they were technically each other's like rebound, right? So it was just like, oh my goodness, like, so you don't really know. So now, I don't know, decades go by, and like, she's 25 at the time, so like 35, 45, 55, and I think at 65, 67 or something like that, they happen to serendipitously, oh my gosh, just run into each other overseas somewhere. And it was exactly like how they met, where it was like love at first sight. And I know that, so unless you've experienced it, you won't understand. So it shows. And now they're 80 something years old, and they've been married for 20 years. So it doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter what circumstances are in your way. The moral of the story of the most romantic, I'm going to write a novel about this, because it's actually happened to me personally as well, similar to this. So if this is the true love thing, then so be it. Yeah, sorry, I tried to not swear there. What I'm saying is, do not let anything interfere in what's real, because what's real will always try to find you and come back around, because it's meant to be. Doesn't matter how many decades it is. Like, it was just so surreal, and it just happened that you're fated to be with one another. But we all have free will, but the universe willed it. And so now they're in, they have children. Obviously they can't have children, but you know what I mean? Like, they've blended the families, everything's good. It's just, honestly, I'm like gonna be 40, and hopefully that happens to me. Like, cause that happened, like a similar situation to this lady happened to me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is that gonna happen to me in like 20 years? Like, I hope so, maybe sooner. No, maybe. Hopefully I'll be married and maybe have children. Who knows if I'm able or capable at this point. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. I was going on a rant there. I'm a Libra, so don't mind me. I love love, so it makes my heart sing, and my heart feels super joyful. Wow, I can't even speak when I recall these things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you know anybody that needs to hear these messages, please send it along. And your comments are welcome. You don't have to email me. I think that we're all open in this, and we'll all become one soul family, I hope, and be open with one another. This way it'll be like a group event where we can discuss things that, may seem private, but maybe a lot of people are going through it, and your voice is the opening one that will help other people that don't have the courage to say what they have to say. Anyways, guys, know that I read for your protection from others, and more importantly from yourselves. You guys, hopefully you had an amazing weekend, and stay tuned. Check out the other videos if you feel inclined to, and stay tuned for your elemental sign readings, and then we're gonna start bringing out the July readings. Okay, guys, I really can't speak. I'm all about this love situation. Anyways, enjoy, guys. We'll talk to you soon.